Hello everybody and welcome. My name's Dierdre and I'll be with you for the next wee while. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that you're joining or whenever it is that you're joining us. I am just going to check that I can see comments. I can't tend to see them on my phone, so hopefully I will see them on my laptop, which is over here. And so I want to thank Sandra so much for giving me the opportunity to come in and speak to you guys about your money mindset and your relationship with money. Because if there's any way that you're going to live activated, it is by bringing more money into your life. Because how you do money is how you do everything. Pretty simple concept. Now, I'm a money mindset coach and mentor. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm none of those crunch the number type of people, and I cannot give financial advice. What I do is help people with the inner game of their mindset around money, how you think, how you feel, and then how you act about money. Hey, Sandra. It makes the world of difference to everything else. So if you remember nothing else from this, how you do money is how you do everything. It's the underlying energy. So how did I end up here? Well, I spent 25 years in the corporate environment. I was an executive assistant for 25 years, which is completely unrelated to being a money mindset mentor. But what that taught me was how to observe people and their energy and to anticipate their needs before sometimes even they knew what it was that they needed. Some called me a mind reader. I can't actually read minds. It would be nice, but I can't. So what that job did to me though was after 25 years, hey Anne-Marie, after 25 years, I was bored to tears. I could do it with my eyes closed, and I was also burnt out from trying to do all of the things. So I took a step back from that and I dabbled in network marketing for a few years. And what that gave me was this incredible passion for personal development. I knew that I needed to upskill myself and learn about me in order to do more in life or to even figure out what the next step was. And that has led me to coaching and mentoring people, which I was doing before anyway. I just wasn't doing it in an official capacity. So I absolutely love helping people with their money mindset. It's such a powerful thing to talk about because we don't talk about money. We're told not to, especially in the workplace. Don't tell anyone how much you earn in case somebody gets jealous or it causes a fuss and then HR have to be involved and it's all too much work for them. So just shh, don't talk about it. That doesn't help. So let's get talking about money, shall we? So that we can live more activated. You can increase your awareness about money and shift your relationship with it when you understand what your core personality and your beliefs and the memories from when you were a child, the things that you were raised with, the money environment that you were raised in will have a huge impact on how you interact with money these days, how you save it, how you spend it, how you earn it, even how you talk about it. So one of the things that you might have heard growing up would be money doesn't grow on trees. We're not made of money. There are so many things. So if you're dropping a comment about what are some of those things that you were taught in your childhood from parents, even friends, teachers, people in the wider community, depending on what kind of area you grew up in. There may have been this overarching theme of we live in a poor area. So things like that always have an impact, either positive or negative, on your relationship with money today. It's crazy. Hopefully, oh, my neighbour's just popping in. He'll be fine. So when you increase your awareness of things like that, you can completely shift your relationship with money in an instant, just by understanding that that is an old story and you don't have to take that on. You can rewrite that story. You can adopt a new way of thinking. Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. That is such a classic one. And of course it doesn't, because it's made of plastic these days. And I don't even know what it used to be made of that made it quite strong, but it certainly was some kind of not normal paper. But no, money does not grow on trees, but we can make it. We can make a lot of it. So there's another one, is that rich people are greedy, soul-sucking, horrible people. And wouldn't you know it, there's a delivery coming to my door now. Everybody shows up when I go live. You have to work hard for your money. Yes, that's a really interesting one, because that hard work, some people don't want to work hard. Not everybody wants to do that, put in the level of effort that other people do, or that they see other people doing, because they don't want to be burnt out. That's something that I know has held me back. Having been burnt out in the corporate environment, the last thing I want to do is be burnt out in my business as well. It is not a great way to live. It's not fun for anybody around you or for yourself. So yeah, Anne-Marie, you have to count all your pennies and be careful not to spend them quickly. Wow, that's a real deeply embedded concept for certain money personalities, and which I'll get to shortly. Be careful not to spend it quickly. So you've got to hold on to it and make sure that you know exactly how much you've got at all times, because heaven forbid some of it goes missing. You might need that. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with having more money in your life. Let's just clear that right now. Being rich or wealthy does not make you a horrible, soul-sucking person. It doesn't, hey Jamila, it doesn't make you anything other than what you choose to be. And when I learnt that concept, when I really understood it, I can tell you, it felt like such a weight lifted off my shoulders. Because I was like, I can just be me. Obviously, I don't have the traditional long hair for a woman. I love having short, funky hairdo. That's not going to stop me from being a wealthy woman. I don't want to wear designer clothes. I'm wearing a Wonder Woman t-shirt today and jeans, and you'll usually find me in Converse sneakers. That is what a wealthy woman can look like. I don't have to drive a fancy car. Nobody has to wear designer brands unless you want to. That is the key. Whatever you want to do, you get to determine how you show up in the world. So if that's the thing that stops you from earning more money, is this idea that you have to look a certain way or be a certain way, let it go, because you don't. You'd be surprised how many millionaires there are in every neighborhood in the world. They're just undercover. They don't need to have the flashy car or the fancy house. Not everybody has an outward display of wealth. So just let that one go. Yes, Sandra, I know you're a girl after my own heart. Short hair, t-shirts, and just we rock it. So, personality traits. One of the things that I've done over the years is a couple of personality tests. And I find them incredibly useful at shortcutting your learning curve about yourself. So there's a ton of them out there. I've not done it, but one called Enneagram. There's DISC. There's 16 personalities, which is based on the Myers-Briggs concept. That's one that I took back in 2016, and I was quite surprised. Nobody else was surprised, but I was surprised to discover that I'm an ENFP, which is the campaigner, the one who stands up and fights for the underdog and rights all of the wrongs in the world. And the E in that means that I'm an extrovert. I was telling myself up until that point that I was an introvert. No, I'm not. And everyone was like, well, duh, of course you're not an introvert. Everyone else could see it, but I couldn't see it until I did a personality test. It's crazy, right? So that is one that I definitely recommend. You will get so many insights into you as a person, just in general, and how you interact with others in the world. When it comes to money personality, and everybody has one, I use a program and an assessment called Sacred Money Archetypes. And it's based around 8 core money personalities. And we're all a combination of all 8 of them. So you really are a unique money personality. But the strength of different aspects of it determine how you then interact with it. Now, every single one of these 8 archetypes has its own unique strengths, gifts, and challenges. So while some of them may seem like they might be better than some of the others, they're not. Every single one has their upsides and their downsides. And learning how to work with the strengths and to counteract the challenges, that's where the true beauty in all of it is. So these 8 archetypes, I'm just going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to go into great detail, but they are the accumulator, which is your inner banker. Loves money, loves accumulating money, obviously. The alchemist is your inner idealist. It's the one who's got a little bit of magic. The celebrity, your inner big shot, who loves to be the center of attention and receive reward and recognition. The connector, which is the inner relationship creator. The maverick, the inner rebel with a cause, the risk taker. The nurturer, which is the inner sponsor, the one who's full of caring and compassion for everything and everyone. The romantic, your inner hedonist, who just believes that life is here to be enjoyed now, not later. And the ruler, which is your inner empire builder, and the ruler is driven to achieve in all areas of life, which is a fantastic one. So like I said, we're all a unique combination of all of them, but we're particularly influenced by a combination of our top 3. And when I discovered that I'm a connector, nurturer, accumulator, I was challenged by that because I was only looking at the downsides of it. And I have to admit, my initial thoughts were, I'm screwed. What the hell am I going to do with these personality traits? How am I going to achieve my dreams? But when I started to look at the gifts of these archetypes and how I could tap into the strengths that I wanted of some of the other archetypes that were a bit lower down the list, that's where the magic really started to happen. So I've been able to do so much more just by understanding these aspects about myself. And my clients are also starting to experience this as well. As they understand more about themselves, they can do more. They feel freer, and they're working with their strengths rather than fighting against them, because it's not the same as what everyone else is doing. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Like I said, you don't have to dress a certain way in order to be a wealthy person. So one of the things that I love about money mindset is the breakthroughs that people get from shifting this relationship with money. It may be that you're able to increase your savings, even have savings if you've never had it before. That is a beautiful thing to have, especially with the way that the economy is going at the moment. And actually, while we're thinking about the economy, it may be in a bit of strife right now. That's all everybody is talking about. But that doesn't mean that money has disappeared. The money is still out there. There maybe have been billions of dollars wiped off the stock market, but the money still exists. It's just in a different form. And it doesn't mean that it's not available for you. So when you understand your strengths and your gifts and your money challenges, you can start to draw more money towards you. I know that's a little bit woo-woo, because I am a little bit woo-woo. I'm a firm believer in the flow of energy is impacted by so many things, and that includes the flow of money into our lives. So how you can start to live activated, you can increase the flow of money into your life by shifting your energy. And that will make a massive difference to everything that you do. So there's that push and pull of energy, and that's in our subconscious mind. We might say that we want more money, but our subconscious mind, in the background, that little voice going, I don't think so. No, that's not possible for me. As if. Even though the words coming out of our mouths are saying something completely different. You can tell that your energy is off. So when you get that into alignment, it can make all the difference for you. It's just a matter of dealing with those doubts and fears, and your confidence will go through the roof in your abilities, your contacts, everything. Your ability to negotiate your salary, that's a huge one, especially for women. So just take note of that little voice that's in the back of your mind when you do say things about money. Take note of the way that you feel when you talk about money. And if it's a little bit icky, there's something to be worked on there, because you want to feel good no matter what you're talking about money, whether it's spending it or making it or saving it, whatever it is, you want to feel great in all respects. So if you want to know what your primary money archetype is, because I know that's a big deal, I will drop the link to my money quiz, and it takes like less than 10 minutes, and you'll get some instant insights into your core money personality. Some of it may resonate with you, some of it may not, but it's all a part of you, and working with it rather than trying to fight against it will make all the difference to everything that you do and help you to ultimately live an amazing activated life. So I will go back through the comments, make sure that any questions are answered. Please reach out to me if you've got any questions. And again, Sandra, thank you for letting me come in and have a chat about money mindset. And I will catch you all soon. Thank you.